Nicole DeBoom. Give us a little bit of advice, Clea, on the swim, something that people can take and use for Ironman Wisconsin.
Okay, so for the swim, I'm thinking that it's a 2-looper. The best thing to do is make sure that you're going a little bit conservative on that first lap on the swim, so that when you're coming out, you're definitely not in debt at all in any way. You don't want to have any lactic acid buildup. And then take your time running up those the parking lot structure. It's a fun course and a really cool transition, and enjoy it because you're going to have a lot of adrenaline right then because there are a ton of people. But take your time, enjoy it.
Welcome to Simply Stu Ironman Wisconsin course preview. How is everybody doing today? Look at this course, everybody. It gives me goosebumps looking at it again. We are looking at the swim course from the other side of the lake from where you start. I'm going to be zooming here in on the video. Gives you a good look of what the start looks like and really what the lake you're going to be swimming in looks like. What a beautiful lake. What a beautiful venue for a race. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to start and we're going to switch to the other side of the lake. This is a view that will take you, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be swimming directly at the camera from this angle. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and you're going to see right where that arrow is. That's where you're going to be starting and swimming directly towards the camera at this point. All right, let's roll the camera again. What's really great about this route is it's just beautiful beyond belief. We're going to cruise on up to the Monona Terrace, which is that building we're looking at. This is basically where this arrow is pointing is T1. This is where your bikes are going to be on top of this parking lot. You can get a good look at that. Now let's roll the camera again, and we're going to cruise on over to the helix, the infamous helix. We'll pause the camera. This is where you're going to be coming down on your bikes after going through T1. So it's really kind of an interesting thing. Most of the times you want to gear up, but in this case you don't really have to quite as much. All right, we're going to be going over to the swim start. This is actually where the swim takes place. I'm going to pause the camera and watch the angle or the motion of this arrow. This arrow is pointing directly towards the way that you're going to swim. We're going to start the film again, give you a good idea of where you're going to be swimming to. What's really nice is on the right side, when you're breathing to the right, you're going to see thousands and thousands of people that will essentially line this course and the start of this swim. All right, I'm going to zoom back a little bit to give you a really good view of this swim area start. Now let's go ahead and come out of where you're going to be swimming. This is what it's going to be looking like on race day. You're going to see the green carpet that will go almost all the way into the water. So you're going to crawl right out on top of that. This is what it looks like without all the Ironman stuff on there. You're going to run right up this path. Now this is going to be lined with people. There's going to be thousands and thousands of people. But here is the infamous helix that you're going to be running up. This is really awesome. The arrow is going to show you the direction you're going to be running. You're running right up this helix, and what's really awesome is there's going to be people on both sides. So you're going to be running right up the center of this all the way up to the top of the helix. Let's go ahead and change camera angles a little bit. We'll go to the top of this helix. Now you can see from the top of the helix, this is where you're going to be coming right out of. We're going to switch angles just a little bit. This is where, once you come out of the helix, this is where you're going to be going into. But before we do that, let's take a good look at the arrow, see where you're going to be going into. This is right where you're going to be going into for T1. Okay, we'll roll the camera again here. Give you also a really good look at what it's going to be like coming out for the run. You'll see that in a few videos from now, but this is where you're going to be coming out of on the run. The arrow is going to point to the direction that you're going to be running out of on the run. Let's go back to T1. This is the hallway that you're going to be running down. It's really kind of interesting because most of the time you don't get to run a nice soft carpet, but your feet will be nice and clean from running on this. We'll roll the camera again. give you a really good look of where you're going to be running down. You're going to be running into one of these doors, and inside of these doors is a big room. Now, once you come out of this door after changing, you're going to be running out of that door and coming right up these stairs. And once you come out of the stairs, you're going to be going right up these stairs right here, and this is the transition area. This will be loaded with bikes. See, way down at the end where the arrow is, that's where the exit or the down helix will be. Very interesting in and out for this race. Now, are you guys ready to look at the prize? This is the prize. After you're all done, this is where the finish line is going to be. How cool a setting is that? Right by the capital for Madison, Wisconsin. Capital of Wisconsin. It is beautiful. You're going to be running right down in that area.